Hello, stars. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, I am a reader and a writer. Like about a month ago, I just finished my debut novel. And about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, depending on when this is posted, I finished the first round of edits, which is crazy. Last week, I did a reading vlog just so I could take a break from all that because I really hadn't read since I started writing. This week, though, I did all my edits by hand, and so now I need to start putting them into an actual document. That's this week. It is Thursday evening now. Like, I just came home from supper. I'm not going up quite yet to my office because we went out to eat and I'm so full. I need to lay down or I'm gonna explode. But yeah, I'm so excited. For those of you who don't know, my novel is a cozy romantasy. It's really slow burn. It's hopefully going to be a series, but it doesn't need to be technically. The book's name is Sidereal. It's about this girl, Victoria, or Tori, who is from Earth, and this guy, Elijah, or Eli, who is from the planet called Sidereal. Elijah ends up on Earth, and he finds Tori, and he suddenly is just like, you want to come with me? And he takes her and he brings her to Sidereal, and throughout the novel they go on adventures and quests and meet some friendly people, some not so friendly people, some monsters. Of course, it's fantasy. If that sounds interesting at all for you guys, I'll get an actual book pitch for you guys eventually. But if that sounds interesting, you guys should wait until I publish it so you can read it. But yeah, okay. I'll see you guys once I am not gonna explode. Alright, we're upstairs. I have to be quiet because people are still awake. And I don't want them to hear me. Same thing when they go to sleep, but it doesn't matter. I got the first draft of my novel that I have edited, and now I'm setting up a document to be able to write it on the computer. So mostly what I'm going to be doing while I write is listen to music, what I feel like. But doesn't also mean that I won't talk to you guys. I'll talk to you for the first bit, especially because I know what I'm doing with the edits, and I can explain it a bit more. But once I start going, it's a lot of like rewording, grammatical kind of stuff. This is exciting. Okay, first off, just make a copy. For those of you who don't know, draft 1 I wrote purely by hand. Draft 2, which would be this draft here. Draft 3 is the one with all the edits. And then also, I'm making 2 versions of draft 3. One with all the edits, and then another one with all the edits, but in third person. Right now my book is all first person point of view. I think it'd be better in third, so I'm gonna write it in first, just so I have it, but then I'm gonna rewrite it in third, just so I have that as well, and see which one I like better from there, and then we'll go on. We'll move from that point on. First off, if you see the edits on this page, you can't really see it. I wrote it with orange pen. I don't know why. I just decided, and I stuck with it. So, a lot of this first scene I'm wanting to cut out and kind of rewrite a little bit. I knew that from the moment I finished draft 2. It's not that it's bad, but I think it's a little cliche. It is a bit of a funny scene though, and I definitely want to keep those little bits, but it's the first chapter, and especially the intro, is so important in a book, because a lot of people in the bookstore, if they haven't heard of your book, they'll pick it up, they'll read the first chapter, or they'll read the first page or something, and then from that they'll decide whether they want it or not. Especially literary agents, which I am trying to do traditional publishing, so that's important. Yeah, so this has a lot of X's on it, and so it's gonna be a lot of work. I haven't really found my rhythm for this yet, obviously, since I haven't actually started this yet, so I don't know how many chapters I'm gonna do. It is currently 9:47 at night, so I just wanted to get a start on this, and I'll come back up during the day tomorrow to write, or to edit. It's so weird. But yeah, for now, I may just do one chapter, may just get it started. My book currently is 126 pages, and or 126 A5 pages, and it's 69.8 thousand words. I would like it if we could at least get it past the 70,000 mark. That would be ideal. I feel like there's a lot of cutting to do in this draft. I know I have one scene to add, but I don't know if that'll be enough to get it over the 70,000. Well, 69.8, but considering all the cuts I have to make, I don't know if it's going to be enough to put it over the 70,000. And then we also have draft 3.5, which is third person, which maybe the wording won't be as easy as in first person, but yeah. I think this first scene is what I'm most excited to edit. Oh, he's coming up. Good night. That was a harsh goodbye. Sorry about that. That'll be easier to see. All the X's on it. I don't know how much I'm going to be speaking when they're up here, especially since I don't think he goes to bed very quickly, so yeah, I'm going to get started just editing. Just the goal is to finish chapter 1 today, basically. There's 25 chapters in my book so far, except I think I'm going to combine chapter 24 and chapter 25, so there'll be 24 chapters. Okay. This is also how I'll be writing. I have my nice little water lamp, which I love. I'm also kind of procrastinating. I'm nervous. I'm just gonna do it. We'll do it. Okay, so I did finish chapter 1. It's okay. Time check. 11:17. That was more work than I thought it would be. I enjoyed it, which is good. Word count. Whoops, I was on the wrong tab. Sorry. Word count. 70,000. 70,012 words. Wonderful. I actually had a lot to add in, like a lot more to add in than I thought. I thought a lot of it was taking things out. A lot was rewording it too, which I think added a few words to it. But with that extra scene I have, I think I'll get a little bit over. Obviously, it'll be 70 something. I don't think we'll get to 75, but it will be over 70,000, which makes me so happy. I can't believe I got to 70,000 right after saying that on the first chapter. But yeah, I'll come up and I'll do chapter 2, maybe chapter 3 tomorrow. I'll do some proper work again because I've really been putting it off. I've enjoyed having my break and just relaxing every day, but I want to get back on the grind. So yeah, got this much left to do. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, we are back again. It's Friday. It is later still. What time is it? It is 6:40. Where's my mouse? So, I got chapter 1 done yesterday, the first 6 pages. Right now it is daytime, but my mother's downstairs watching the ball game and my uncle is not here. So I feel more comfortable just speaking. I underestimated how warm it was going to be up here again. I wore a skirt, but I didn't feel like wearing a tank top because it felt like it was going to be too cold. Either way. So I think I'm just going to do chapter 2 today. Nothing too much, but at least make some progress. I like going chapter by chapter. I don't like stopping in the middle of the chapter because that really wrecks with the flow. I still do have quite a bit of edits on these pages. It's certainly once I get to the back of the book, like the end of the book, the edits die down as much. The edits die down a little bit, but towards the beginning I do have a lot of edits, a lot of things to add, a lot of things to take away. So I think that's why these first few chapters are going to take a little bit longer than the last few. So I'm not going to burn myself out. I'll take it at a slow pace. I don't mind that. So yesterday, how I was doing it is I would like note in my mind where the edit was on the page, and then I just read it on the computer. But I had to do a lot of back and forth, so I'm going to read it on here, and then once I see an edit or something I want to change, I'll go back and find it on the computer, because I feel like that would be easier for me personally. So that's what it is for today. I'm assuming this week's vlog is going to be shorter than they usually are. I mean, considering I did start this Thursday evening, it would make sense that it's a little bit shorter. But yeah, I mean, starting the editing, which is good. The process has been started, so it'll be easier to keep it going and to stay in the habit of it. I will once again be listening to music while I edit, so I won't be talking to you too much unless I find something that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to share that. Yeah, for now, oh my gosh, I keep this up here just in case I want it, but this already seems so nostalgic to me. This is the first draft of the book. You can see how much I wrote in that notebook. I can't believe that it's like I finished my novel. Like I wrote it. It feels like forever ago, but it's like insane to consider that I finished a novel. It's insane to consider that I'm working on my debut novel. That I'll be working to publish this book soon. Just insane. FYI, I still have not made a query list. I might make a video just on that. I'm trying to find people to query to and like reasons behind choosing those literary agents. And then I'm gonna have to do lots of research on trying to write a query letter, because I've never done that before. I did look. The one guy I want to query to, it's still open. He's still accepting them. It seems pretty basic from, I forget what it's called, but it's a website where it's just meant for authors to send queries to literary agents. It's also kind of stressful because I have no idea how that goes. Like, as a Canadian writer, as a Canadian citizen, am I allowed to query to American literary agents? Like, is that technically considered working outside of Canada? Yeah, I have no clue. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I might find bumps in the road when we get to that part, but that's a lot more technical once the actual writing is done with. And that part I feel like I can get a lot of help on, because that's something I really have no idea what to do. We didn't cover that in school. The rest of this we've covered in school, but yeah, so I feel like that's something I'm going to be a lot more comfortable reaching out and asking people about, whether it's people on social media or messaging my old professors, because I was in a writing and publishing program, and all of the creative writing teachers and even my editing, my typography teacher, they were authors. They were all published authors. So anyways, let's get to work. I'm so excited to I was gonna say start this, but I started it last night. I'm excited that I started it. We're gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna play some music as well. So I'll see you guys later. Alrighty. So I did just finish chapter 2. I was on a call with my friends for after that, so I didn't even get to listen to my music. But that's fine. My friends had very interesting days. One's car completely crapped out, and like the steering wouldn't work, kind of crapped out, like it was bad. And then the other friend might become a manager because everyone else is quitting. Like the 2 managers and pretty much the entire team. So, interesting day for both of them. Meanwhile, I've been sleeping, watching shows, and editing. So, easy life for me. So, actually, let's do word count update. Ooh, 70,000.1. So I got an extra 100 words in for this editing, for this chapter, which is crazy. For some reason, I really thought I was going to go down in like word count a lot. I also have the window open, so my pages have blown away a couple times on me. A little inconvenient. This next chapter isn't the longest chapter, but it is longer than the other 2. It's 41,000 words. 4,100 words. Imagine I had one chapter that was 40,000 words. I have another chapter in here that's 6,000 that I think I'm going to cut in half, which I forgot about that until just now, so my book may still end up being 25 chapters. So excited. I really do love this book. This book just makes me happy, which is good because that's the goal. I mean, it's a cozy fantasy. But this is like, I don't know, it's for the people that like daydreamed, which I find often is readers. But like when they were younger, when they dreamed where they could be in the world of the books they read, this is kind of what's happening to this girl. Like, she gets kidnapped into this fantasy world, and basically she thinks this guy's insane, but he tells her, he's like, just imagine a world with anything and everything you want in it. Just believe it for a second, just do it. And so she does, and she's like, she imagines this world, the portal activates, and it brings them to Sidereal. Sidereal is the name of the planet, which also the name of the book. I haven't said that much, but usually I refer to it as Project New World, but it is called Sidereal, and I have said that a few times, so I'm just gonna keep saying it. Just the fact that I feel like I'm still adding to it makes me so happy. I know once I get like an editor from outside to come in and look at my work, I'm gonna have to start taking stuff away, which is fine, but it makes me happy that I'm still, after 2 full drafts, I'm still able to add things to it. I think I am gonna end that for today, at least for now. I might come up tonight, no promises, to do chapter 3. Yeah, okay, so it's chapter 4 is 6,700 words. 6,700 words. So that's definitely by far my longest chapter, and I have a note in there that I'm like, I think I could end this chapter here and start a new chapter. It's about halfway, so yeah, I am loving it. I'm still kind of indecisive about the point of view that I want. That's mainly why I'm doing all the edits in first person and then going back and rewriting it in third person, because I can't decide what will make it better. Like, the times, a lot of it's first person, but when she has like actual thoughts, I change that to italics and I put that in present tense, where it's most of the books in past tense, most all of the books in past tense. So I feel like changing it to third person point of view isn't actually going to change the whole thing that much. It might change some of the more bluntness, which I find that's what made me want to change point of views in the first place, was because having that third person seems like having another narrator would deliver those lines a little bit better. I specifically found that when I was reading the second draft for the first time. I'm now on page 12, by the way. Okay, I'll see you guys later, whether that's tomorrow, whether that's today. I don't have any plans for the weekend, and obviously my friend's car crapped out, so she can't come get me to do anything. So for now, I'm saying I'm gonna allow myself to push it farther, and I can still vlog tomorrow. So I will see you guys later. Hi. So, it's Sunday. It's almost 1 o'clock. Usually I post videos at 12 on Sundays, so we're behind. Yeah. Today, we're doing the largest chapter so far. I also haven't started editing for anything, so we're like behind. Yeah, here we are. Chapter 3 is 4,100 words, so it's the longest so far that we've done, that I will be doing. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I don't think I have as much edits. I think we're kind of calming down now. No, we're not. I have lots of edits. We're only on chapter 3. Oh, we're doing the first introduction. Although they haven't met each other, they're already in the new world. But this is the first time they're introducing themselves to each other. So, this is always so exciting. Always so exciting. Let me guess, yeah. I know I said that this always like makes me happy to read, but it really does. It's a better word. I'm trying to describe a handshake here. They're like, oh yeah, my name's this, my name's that. You guys know their names. He's like, no, Elijah. He's like, Victoria. And they go to shake hands, but like they're already in the new world, so it's kind of awkward. And how do you describe that motion? I have it as like Bob. His name's Bob now. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm saying. Like, yeah, there's a moment of silence as our hands awkwardly bobbed between us. I don't like that word. And that's quite literally just what I said in the edits. Crossed it out and said, I don't like this word, lol. I'm just gonna say shook between. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, just awkwardly shook between us. And when I go back to reread it, I can change it again if I find another better word. So we're partway through. I'm on page 17 in this draft. Oh no, we're now 17 for 17. I have a line that's like, because basically Elijah's whole reasoning was like, he knew Tori didn't belong on Earth, so he brought her to the new world. And I have a quote later in the book that like his words echo back in her head, but I can't remember what it was, and I couldn't remember when I was editing either. So I have his first quotation, and then he gestured to around us, and then I have in my pen a quote, and then whatever the line is about making a place for her to belong. So I'm gonna write a note here, like, cause I'm using Google Docs, and so like there's the comment feature. So I'll write that, so then I can quickly go back up there when I find the actual quote, because I wrote that during the second draft, I think. I didn't write it during the first. I'll find the quote about building a place for her to belong. And although I was aware that this quote was out there even while writing the second draft, I didn't ever go back and like put it in because I wasn't sure where I wanted it, and then it was just too much work. So I just didn't want to, I was at one spot and I was focused on that spot. I didn't want to go back and find where to put it in. I've completely lost my train of thought. So I'm gonna write the comment there, so when I get to that point I can go back and actually add it in, because I'm in the third draft, and by the end of this I don't want any loose comments or threads hanging out. I have my tag stabbing me in the side. There we go. Yeah, I don't want anything loose. I don't want any loose threads. By the end of this draft I should feel like I've done everything I wanted to do, and I should just go back and it's just grammatical stuff, and then obviously 3.5. But yeah, after this draft I will be sending it out to beta readers. So I have 2 friends that have been dying to get their hands on this. They keep asking about it every time I see them. They're like, when can I read it? When can I read it? I'm like, let me finish it first. But yeah, back to work. The moment I finished chapter 3, my friend called. So we're gonna go to the river and possibly swim. We don't know yet. That is it for today though. Like, That's crazy. So chapter 4 is the longest chapter in the entire book, and this is the one that I'm thinking I'm going to split into 2. That's going to be a thing for next week, though. You know what that also means, though? That since I'm going out with friends, I'm not going to edit this until probably later tonight. So this might be up really late today on Sunday. It's definitely going to be, if not up on Monday. So, whoopsies. So, word count check. I'm still pretty much at the same spot. It's 70,194. So I think I may be like 10 words up. I did definitely cut some words out in this chapter, but I did add some as well. But yeah. So chapter 19 in here, page 19 in here, page 20 on that document. So it is moving a little bit. I have just added paragraph breaks in some spots. So I can't chat like I normally would because I do have to get ready because my friends were like around the corner. But yeah, that's the first week, really late started week, but that is the first week of starting to put the first round of edits into my book. Just insane, and I'm so happy. I don't know at what point I'm gonna start hating doing this and it's gonna start feeling tedious, but just being able to read my writing and being like, oh, I like that, it's amazing. And seeing stuff that maybe I don't like as much and changing it to something I do like. I love it. Anyways, I will see you stars next week. I'm sorry for the late upload. If you are that like one person that always watches my videos as soon as they come out, literally, there's one person. I'll upload it, I'll check an hour later, and it's already got a view. It's nice. Anyways, I'll see you stars next week. Bye bye.